Hey team, Heather Roberts here, and it's a happy Thursday. This is our Thursday live coaching Q&A. So I hope you can join us in the group. I posted a link that goes straight to so you can ask questions and and comment and all of that. So if you can click that, then we can even communicate a little more cleanly. All right, so what is on the agenda today? Well, again, my name is Heather Roberts, and I'm the co-founder of RSG Sales and the founder of this group, Wayfair Supplier Hub. And on Thursdays, I like to do kind of a live coaching Q&A session. So I would love it if you would jump in. Okay. Oh, we seem to be in interview mode. Let me fix that. Okay, so today I wanted to go over some of the most common questions that I get consistently, time and time and time again. So I thought that would be a good place for us to start today. The first question that I get asked all the time is as simple as, how do I sell to Wayfair? And there seems to be constant misconception of how individuals that have either retail stores or they are a wholesaler or they're a manufacturer, of how they can actually go through this process and sell to Wayfair. So I thought this would be a great time to kind of bust some myths. So number one, Wayfair is has a wholesale account relationship with its suppliers. That means that as the supplier, you set the wholesale price, Wayfair sets the retail price. In addition, the thing that makes it different than Amazon, for instance, is that Wayfair is responsible for paying for the shipping. And we're going to talk about the shipping in just a few minutes. And in addition, I get asked a lot, hey, I have a retail store. Can I sell on Wayfair? The answer is not exactly. If you have a retail store and you are the manufacturer of the furniture that you supply in your store, then yes, absolutely, you may. However, if you buy from distributors, then that's not a situation that's going to work for you, because you have to, number one, make sure those brands aren't already currently selling on Wayfair. And number two, you aren't going to be able to price yourself competitively with those same brands. Wayfair is not a marketplace. It is a direct supplier relationship. It is more like the traditional retail store relationship where you purchase from as a wholesale from your supplier. That's what Wayfair does for you. They're purchasing from you as the supplier as a wholesale account, not as a marketplace, which is where you're dealing directly with the end customer. So it's a complete mind shift. I think that's the best way to describe it. It's really a complete mind shift because your customer is Wayfair. Wayfair's customer is the person who is receiving the goods. Okay? So hopefully that helps to clear up a huge misconception that we have. Now, shipping. What's it all about with the shipping? So I mentioned that Wayfair pays for the shipping, and yes, they do. But that doesn't mean that you have to find the carrier or have the relationship or anything like that. It is Wayfair's responsibility to assign to you a way to get the goods to the customer. They do that through using, if it's a small parcel item, they do that through using FedEx or UPS. Now, if you have larger items like big furniture or case goods, right, and they go on a pallet, those items are shipped via LTL. And Wayfair has relationships all across the country to come to your facility, pick up the goods, and take them to the end customer. And actually, I was on the phone yesterday with somebody who was really confused by this concept. He couldn't understand that Wayfair had this network of carriers. And that, yes, they could go anywhere in the country, whether you're a small town in Mississippi or a tiny town in Minnesota or out in the middle of nowhere in upstate New York. Not in the middle of nowhere, but you know what I mean, out in the country of upstate New York. So it is Wayfair's responsibility, not your responsibility, to find the carrier. And it's as the supplier, the ownership for you comes in setting up the appointment for the goods to come and get picked up. So those are two of the biggest things that need to be clarified, or maybe I can even call them misconceptions when working with Wayfair. The third one, and this too came up in a call that I had the other day, was payment. How do I get paid from Wayfair? Well, you all know in a marketplace situation, you get paid on a much more regular, I don't want to say regular, more frequently perhaps. And Wayfair operates on net terms. And that means that, there are different criteria of the net terms. You don't get to negotiate those terms. They have 3 different options, and you select one that works for you. So that's a big confusing factor. Something else that Wayfair does that's very different from other companies is they offer suppliers the option of charging their credit card. And that means, like, if Wayfair owes you $10,000, they send you their credit card number and the expiration and the little magic number on the back, and ask you to put that in and run that through your processing system that you use internally for your business. There is an option that you don't have to do that, but a lot of suppliers do choose the credit card option. Okay, so that's how you can get paid. They're on net terms. Something else that is a frequent question, I guess is a good way to say it, or pain point, is how do I actually communicate with Wayfair? They do this through their partner supplier desk and through tickets. You have to, when you are working with this and you're in the process of becoming a supplier, here's some things that you always want to make sure you remember to do when you're submitting a ticket. Mention your company name. Seems like a small, dumb thing, but mention your company name. They have a lot of people who work in this department, and they don't know that, oh, Joe, you're with ABC Company. So, make sure you are as specific as possible in your communication with them. Okay? So it is different, and their ticket system can be complex, and it can be very frustrating. In RSG sales, part of what we do when we work with our clients is we've been doing this a long time, so we have a lot of contacts within the organization of Wayfair, and we can actually get a hold of a person. So I think that's something that is a pain point and a frustration for suppliers. It's well known and talked about. Another area that we get a lot of questions about is, I can't find my product. What happened? My brand isn't there. Wayfair has house brands that they use. They're part of their marketing effort. And when you become a supplier for Wayfair, 95% of the time, they are going to put your products and your brand under one of theirs. It's called white labeling. And you want to make sure, that this is a good thing. You want to participate in this. The reason is Wayfair gives your products a new item number and a different UPC code so that it's less searchable from the competition. And it is a marketing technique. And I quite frankly think it is a positive, because their house brands are specifically targeted to the customers that buy your products. They have a huge marketing machine and the analytics that go into all of that. And, I say let's embrace it and let them do it. The last thing I'm going to mention that is something that people always say with, well, how am I selling to Wayfair and what am I not doing right, is retail price. Again, this goes back to the wholesale pricing model. You as the supplier set your wholesale price, and Wayfair, as the retailer, sets the retail price. You may or may not agree with that retail price, but they have very, very complex pricing algorithms, and at different times they use those pricing algorithms to test where they can balance the retail. I know it's not popular. Sometimes it can cause, situations where the brand gets or the supplier gets really frustrated because they feel that, hey, if my price was lower, my goods would move faster. But you got to just give the system time to work. That's my best piece of advice is you just got to give the system time to work. Okay, so this is, if you have any other questions, I think we should, specifically about how do I sell to Wayfair. Every Thursday, here I am, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. So bring your questions. You can also shoot me a DM, or you can actually send me a text. So I really think that if you send me a text, that's my number. So please be respectful with that. But you can text me your question directly, and I'll see if I can help you out. Also, I want to let you know that we are looking for just a couple of new suppliers who have not sold to the internet accounts before, and they're looking to learn how to do it specifically. We have an 8-week course, and if you are trying to figure out how you sell to Wayfair, highly recommend you text me and you say lightning because lightning is the spark that ignites your e-commerce sales channel. I love to say that. All right, y'all. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you next week. All right. Bye, guys.